Look at this root system. There is no dirt, no gravel, no physical medium of any kind. Yet heavy, fully formed potato tubers are thriving, suspended completely in thin air inside a dark, humidified void. This setup bypasses the mechanical resistance fallacy, the agricultural assumption that root crops require the physical pushback and microbial biome of dense soil to initiate tuber formation. In reality, tubergenesis is a response to root zone optimization. It is a predictable chemical reaction to specific environmental triggers. Much of what we know about this process originates from NASA's Controlled Ecological Life Support System, or CELSS program, conducted at the Kennedy Space Center. Data from the CELSS program showed that suspending potato roots in air, rather than submerging them in liquid hydroponics, resulted in a 35% increase in crop mass and a 40% reduction in water consumption. These results indicate that for the purpose of root vegetable production, soil serves primarily as a substrate for moisture and nutrient retention. By engineering those variables directly into the atmosphere, the physical medium becomes a variable we can choose to eliminate. Extracting this data required highly specialized aerospace hardware designed for microgravity. The engineering challenge lies in replicating those exact root zone conditions in a terrestrial garage using a $70 budget. To reach these findings, NASA researchers used highly organized, numbered tray systems to map out how different plants react to precise environmental triggers. Our build constraints are focused on recreation. We must synthetically replicate the root zone chemistry identified by these multi-million-dollar modules, using only standard components from a local hardware store. By isolating the biological axioms proven by the aerospace data, we can replace proprietary technology with a series of simple, optimized environmental constraints. Standard hydroponic methods like deep water culture or nutrient film technique often fail for root crops. Submerging tuber-producing roots in water leads to rapid oxygen deprivation and rot. This failure is caused by the root boundary layer oxygenation bottleneck. Roots submerged in liquid cannot pull in enough gas to power the metabolic expansion required to build a tuber. This dictates the first physical requirement of the $70 bill, a sealed atmospheric chamber. We are essentially building a container for air rather than a reservoir for water. The enclosure's primary function is to maintain an internal microatmosphere locked at 100% relative humidity. The chamber must also be lightproof, simulating the absolute darkness found underground. Even minimal light penetration triggers algae blooms on lac-exposed roots, which chokes the system and prevents tubers from forming. This structured void creates a dark, humidified pocket, preparing the plant for a method of nutrient delivery that doesn't rely on submersion. Within this chamber, we install the delivery mechanism, a set of bottom-mounted misting nozzles. These nozzles atomize the nutrient solution into microdroplets. At this scale, the droplets adhere evenly to the microscopic root hairs through surface tension, providing moisture without drowning the root. The timing is the critical factor. The nozzles fire in short bursts, followed by extended pauses. As the plant absorbs the water during the pause, the root hair is left exposed to the empty chamber space. This pause phase facilitates gas exchange. With the bulk water gone, a thin film of moisture allows the root to pull in atmospheric oxygen at maximum capacity. In a submerged system, shown on the right, oxygen transfer is slow and limited by the density of the water. On the left, the air-exposed root accesses a much higher volume of gas. This intermittent misting schedule creates an engineered respiratory cycle, forcing oxygen spikes into the plant's metabolic system to accelerate growth. Beyond respiration, we can control the plant's physical output by dividing its life cycle into two phases, the vegetative phase and the bulking phase. Phase 1 begins with a nitrogen-dominant macronutrient solution. This high nitrogen concentration instructs the plant to push its energy upward, resulting in the rapid expansion of the leaf canopy above the chamber lid. However, if nitrogen levels remain high, the plant will focus exclusively on leaf growth and produce 0 tubers. The root zone will remain bare. We interrupt this cycle by executing the nitrogen to potassium shift. We flush the system and replace the nitrogen with a high concentration of potassium. The plant interprets this chemical shift as a survival trigger, reversing its energy flow downward. This forces the formation of nodes along the exposed root vectors. The potassium serves as the primary building block for carbohydrate storage, physically swelling those nodes into dense potato tubers in midair. The build proves that tubers do not require the physical resistance of Earth to form. They are simply following the chemical instructions of the potassium shift. At the end of the bulking phase, opening the lid reveals clusters of potatoes hanging freely in the chamber void, suspended entirely by air roots. This eliminates the need for digging. There is no mechanical damage from tools, and because there is no soil, the risk of soil-borne pathogens is effectively removed. Harvesting is instantaneous. The tubers are pulled directly from the roots, emerging clean and ready for storage without any scrubbing or dirt removal. By controlling the root zone chemistry and using indoor lighting, we can run 3 to 4 full harvest cycles per year, regardless of the outside season. This chamber detaches root crop production from the limitations of local soil quality and external weather. The 35% yield increase documented by NASA's CELSS program stands as a reproducible mechanic for any grower following the data. While it required millions in aerospace funding to discover these requirements, recreating them costs less than $70 in standard hardware. Applying these principles of fluid dynamics and chemistry provides a scalable method for individual food sovereignty. To explore more of these engineering builds and biological mechanics, subscribe to the channel. Reshaping our food systems begins with mastering the chemistry of thin air.